So today, this course fishing technology. Uh, Today topic is the spoilage in fish. In last class, we studied about the post-mortem changes in the fishes. So as soon as the fish dies after the death, then there is a post-mortem several changes which occurring in the fish body. So now, and finally, spoilage occur into the fish. As we know, the fish is a highly perishable in nature and it is considered as a highly perishable commodity. Why? Because it contains high moisture. First. Second, it also contains a high load of microorganism, or we can say it's a high load of microbes. So because of that, fish is going to spoil in a faster way. Okay. So basically the spoilage of fish is categorized into three groups. One is autolysis. It is also known as enzymatic spoilage. Then second is bacterial spoilage, and last one is the oxidation or chemical spoilage, we can say. Enzymatic spoilage or autolytic spoilage, microbial action or microbial spoilage, and last one is the chemical spoilage, that is oxidation. So this first is the autolytic. What do you mean by autolytic? Autolytic.
Sir, self-degradation.
Self-degradation.
Auto means self. Lysis means degradation or digestion. So autolytic is the self-digestion. So what is happening in autolytic spoilage? Autolytic spoilage is mainly responsible for early loss of quality in a fresh fish. So if we are losing a freshness in terms of quality in a fish, so that is because of the enzymatic spoilage or autolytic spoilage. Then after the death, as soon as the fish dies, the first enzymatic changes in fish muscles is due to the gradual hydrolysis of glycogen. So this glycogen will be converted into what? Glucose, and finally it converted into lactic acid. So that is the first enzymatic changes that occurs in the fish after the death. Understood? So while this lactic acid is formed inside the fish body after the death, there will be a reduction in the pH. There will be a fall in the pH. So pH will fall from 7 to 7.2 to 6.2 to 6.5. That means neutral से slightly acidic range में pH का fall होगा. Why? Because of the formation of lactic acid. ठीक है? Then second most significant enzymatic changes that occurs in the fish body after the death is the nucleotide degradation. Nucleotide degradation means what? Nucleotide degradation. Nucleotide degradation means the energy currency, that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So this ATP will be degraded and converted into ADP. So ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. It is going to be converted into ADP, adenosine diphosphate. Then AMP, adenosine monophosphate. Then IMP, inosine monophosphate. Then inosine, then ribose, hypoxanthine ribose, and finally it is converted into hypoxanthine. And this, because of the formation of hypoxanthine, the taste of the fish will be bitter in nature because of the formation of hypoxanthine. So if the hypoxanthine is forming inside the fish body, the taste of the fish will be bitter in nature. Okay? So this is the second enzymatic changes that occurs in the fish after the death. Then the third enzymatic changes in fish body after the death is due to the proteolytic enzymes. That enzymes is also occurring inside the fish body, inside the alimentary canal. So these proteolytic enzymes will be activated and it will degrade the protein which is inside the fish tissue. So this protein will be break down into and it will form into dipeptide, peptides, and finally it amino acids. If the amino acid is forming, this amino acid will act as a nutrient. For whom? It will act as a nutrient for microbes. So microbes will stick all this nutrient and they will convert undesirable compound or unpleasant flavor compound that you will not like. And because of the formation of undesirable compound, you will feel a putrid smell. And that putrid smell is ammonia, indole, scatol, aldehyde, hydrogen sulfide, methyl sulfide, dimethyl sulfide. So these are the undesirable compound that will form by the action of microbes. So this is the enzymatic. If enzymatic spoilage is occurring into the fishes, so what are the changes you will face? You may observe. So as we know, the proteolytic enzyme generally present in the intestine. So first from the intestine, it will release this proteolytic enzyme and whatever the belly region will be there. So first they will act on the belly region. जो मछली का पेट रीजन होता है ना, उस रीजन पे वो एक्ट करता है और उस बेली को क्या कर देता है, इट विल बी वेरी सॉफ्ट. और ज्यादा अगर एंजाइमेटिक एक्शन हो रहा है, सो अगर हम उसको फिश को अगर ज्यादा देर तक रखते हैं तो देयर इज अ चांसेस दैट बेली में ब्रस्ट, बेली फट भी सकता है. सो if enzymatic enzymatic changes or autolytic spoilage is occurring into the feces, you may see the changes. First is the belly bursting, generally in the oil sardine, pelagic fishes जो हैं उसमें. You may also see the black spot. Black spot is it is a kind of spot that will be in black in color. So that is because of the action of enzyme. That enzyme name is PPO. PPO is the polyphenol oxidase. And this black spot generally we are facing in case of shrimp. Black spot formation generally we are facing into the shrimp because of the action of PPO, polyphenol oxidase. Most important. Then black spot in case of lobster because of the enzyme tyrosinase. This enzyme is responsible to form black spot in case of lobster. Then we are having a blue-black discoloration. Blue black discoloration is because of the enzyme that is known as phenolases. 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 Understood? First is belly bursting. Sorry. First is belly bursting. Okay. Second is black spot because of PPO. PPO is what? Polyphenol oxidase. Generally, it is in shrimp. Okay. Then third is, sorry, black spot is second. Third is black spot. Sorry. Black spot in lobster because of which enzyme?
Tyrosinase.
Yes, don't forget, most commonly come in your competitive exam. That's why I am writing here. Then blue black discoloration. Blue black discoloration generally because of the action of which one? Phenolases. Sorry, capital letter. Phenolases. ये हमें भूलना नहीं है. देन सेकेंड इज, जो फर्स्ट ये हो गया, देन दूसरा जो है फर्स्ट एंजाइमेटिक एक्शन जो होता है चेंजेस, व्हाट इज दैट? फर्स्ट एंजाइमेटिक, फर्स्ट कौन सा है? फर्स्ट एंजाइमेटिक चेंजेस that is glycogen to lactic acid. Second enzymatic changes nucleotide, भूल जाती है, nucleotide degradation, don't forget. Third is proteolytic enzyme. Proteolytic enzyme. First enzymatic changes is what? After the death, in case of fish, that is the conversion of glycogen to lactic acid. Second is nucleotide degradation. Nucleotide degradation में ATP, ADP, AMP, IMP, inosine, then hypoxanthine ribose, and finally hypoxanthine. And because of this formation of hypoxanthines, you will feel a bitter taste. Then proteolytic enzyme. Generally, this enzymes is in our this enzyme is in the intestine, alimentary canal of the feces. So from that intestine, this enzyme will release and it will digest the protein. So basically, this alimentary canal is in the belly region. So first it will attack the protein which is in the belly region. So belly region क्या है? वो सॉफ्ट हो जाएगा. बहुत केस में ऐसा होता है वो फट भी जाता है, पेट फट जाता है. And basically it is occurring in this sardine pelagic fishes. Understood? इसमें यही पॉइंट हमें याद रखना है. Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Understood na? Concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the second spoilage in case of fish is the bacterial spoilage. And fish spoilage is mainly due to the action of bacteria. Fish spoilage is mainly due to the action of bacteria. And this bacteria basically present at three regions or three sites we can say. First site is the skin. Okay? Second site is the gill. And third sites is the what? Intestine, gut, alimentary canal. ठीक है? ये बढ़ नहीं रहे हैं आगे, नहीं चाहिए ना. अच्छा ये बढ़ते ही जाएंगे. ओके, इसको हटा दूं मैं, ये बार बार आ रहे हैं. Where is the eraser? Eraser is here, I think. Then second is the bacterial spoilage. Sorry, spoilage. Bacterial spoilage, fish spoilage is mainly due to the action of bacteria. And we are having three sites where bacteria present. First site is the skin. Second site is the gill. Third site is the gut or intestine. But here the load will be differ. The bacterial population which are on the skin will be not similar to the bacteria which is present in the intestine. Their load, their flora will be completely different. So basically on the skin, we are having a bacterial load of 10 to the power 3, sorry, 10 to the power, where is that? 10 to the power 3, ये 103 आ रहा है. 10 to the power 3, ऐसे समझो, 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power 5. Basically we are denoting numbers per centimeter square. On the gill, the bacterial load will be 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 6 numbers per gram. In intestine, the bacterial load will be 10 to the power 5 to 10 to the power 8 numbers per gram. So where the bacterial population is more? Now you tell, in which region the bacterial population or bacterial load is more? Hello? Nobody is telling here. You can see here now on the screen. Hello?
Yes, sir.
In which region the bacterial load population is more?
Gut.
Gut.
The skin.
Intestine. Skin is having very less here, 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power 5. So that's why while catching the fish from the water, we must have to remove all these three reasons. To reduce the bacterial load, we must have to remove the scales, skins, gills, gut, intestine. Because here is the bacteria which is adhering to the skin, gill, intestine. So after the death of the fish, what bacteria will do? They will try to invade the fish muscles, because in the fish muscles nutrient is there. So they will try to utilize that nutrient, and they will grow and multiply, and they will produce undesirable compound which are not favorable, that are unfavorable. So we are not able to consume if such compound is forming. After the invasion of microbes into the tissue, they will utilize the nutrient. They will after utilizing the nutrient, they will grow and multiply, and they will form unfavorable compound or undesirable compound. So if the compound, undesirable compound are forming, that means this is completely spoiled. You will feel a putrid smell. Now here there is two kinds of bacteria. One is the intrinsic inherent bacteria or intrinsic bacteria. That means the bacteria which are inherent to the fish, on the surface of the skin, on the gills, on the intestine. So that are inherent to the fish. But as the fish is residing into the water, then there is a chances that in the water microbes will be there. So that microbes may also come, and it may again invade the skin, and then they will proliferate, multiply, utilize the nutrient. They will form undesirable compound. So here the major changes means that spoilage bacteria. We are having two kinds of bacteria, spoilage and pathogeny. Spoilage bacteria, that means bacteria which are responsible to cause spoilage in case of fishes. Pathogenic bacteria means the bacteria which can cause a disease if we are consuming a fish. So spoilage type bacteria is the Pseudomonas, Flavobacterium, Acinetobacter, Aeromonas, Moraxella species. What are those? Pseudomonas, Flavobacterium, Acinetobacter, Aeromonas, and Moraxella. Moraxella. Then what compound it will form? This is important. See again. It may form, first compound you will feel the formation of ammonia, NH3 generally from urea. Okay. Second is TMA. TMA is what? Sorry. TMA is what? TMA is what? TMAO. No one is telling here. TMA is what?
Trimethyl amine oxide.
TMAO is the trimethyl amine oxide. But what is this? Histidine. Sorry, histamine. Histamine from histidine. Then fourth one is indole. Indole from tryptophan. Sorry. Tryptophan. Then others are H2S, hydrogen sulfide, then CH3. Sorry, CH3. Where is that? CH3, methyl disulfide, then CH 3SH methyl sulfahydral. So ammonia will form from urea. यूरिया कहां से आ रहा है? फिश इज अमोनोटेलिक और यूरियोटेलिक? यूरिकोटेलिक क्या है?
Aminotelic.
So this ammonia is coming from where? पता नहीं. By TMA is generally formed from trimethylamine oxide, and this TMA will further degraded into DMA and formaldehyde, dimethylamine and formaldehyde. Then histamine is from histidine. Basically in pelagic fishes, this free amino acid is present in the fish muscles, and this histidine, free histidine, will be converted into histamine by the action of bacteria. Bacteria generally Moraxella morgani, Proteus. These are the bacteria which may act on this free amino acid and it will convert into histamine. Then another free amino acid, tryptophan, if it is there, then it may form an indole. Basically in case of shrimp, tryptophan से indole बनाता है. Basically in case of shrimp. Other undesirable compounds are hydrogen sulfide, dimethyl sulfide, then methyl sulfahydral. It may form. If all these compounds is forming because of the action of microbes, that means your product is spoiled. Okay? So this is because this is the bacterial spoilage. कहाँ कहाँ होता है बैक्टीरिया?
Skin, gill and gut.
स्किन, गिल एंड गट. टिश्यू में होता है, ब्लड में होता है. बोल ही नहीं रहा यार. अगर मछली जिंदा है तो उसके टिश्यू में कोई माइक्रोब्स नहीं है. अगर माइक्रोब्स है तो मछली बीमार हो जाएगी. So that inside environment is sterile, but outside environment is non-sterile. That's why if the fish is live, it is not going to spoil because their system is functioning. But after the death, again this bacteria will invade to the fish tissue and they will grow and multiply and they will form all this compound, undesirable compound. ठीक है? रब करें? Okay. Now this one you can see substrate TMA, cysteine. Cysteine is also there. This is because of the bacteria only. Cysteine is which amino acid? Cysteine is which amino acid? Which kinds of amino acid? बोलो यार. अमाइनो एसिड ऑलरेडी हमने पढ़ाया फिश इन न्यूट्रिशन. अब भूल गया यार.
So sulfur containing.
Sulfur containing amino acid ना. Then why you are taking so much time to tell?
सर पहले बोला था, आपको सुनाई नहीं दिया.
अच्छा तो थोड़ा जोर से बोलो ना. लंच किया ना?
Yes sir.
Cysteine is there, methionine is there. All these two sulfur containing amino acid. If cysteine is there, hydrogen sulfide it will be formed. Methionine है तो methyl sulfahydral और dimethyl sulfur. Then carbohydrate और lactate है तो acetate CO2H2O. Inosine है, IMP है तो it may form hypoxanthine. Amino acid glycine, serine, leucine, ester, ketones, aldehyde. Amino acid urea है तो it may form ammonia. So this is the substrate. एक साथ है लेफ्ट हैंड में. ये हमारा प्रोडक्ट. नाउ ये बैक्टीरिया हमने बोला स्पेसिफिक specific spoilage organism. That means these microbes are responsible in fish spoilage. So this one is very important. Suenella putrescens, ये बैक्टीरिया हमारा इतना सारा कंपाउंड प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है. फोटोबैक्टीरियम फॉस्फोरियम ये कंपाउंड प्रोड्यूस करेगा. स्यूडोमोनास है तो कीटोन एल्डिहाइड ये सारा प्रोड्यूस करेगा. विब्रियोनेशी है तो देन टीएमए हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड प्रोड्यूस करेगा. एनारोबिक स्पॉइलेज है तो अमोनिया एसिटिक butyric and propionic acid it may form. So don't forget the name of these microbes and what they are forming. ठीक है. Then last one is chemical spoilage. Chemical spoilage. केमिकल स्पॉइलेज में दो तरह का है. एक है हमारा लिपिड हाइड्रोलाइसिस जिसको बोलते हैं लिपिड हाइड्रोलाइसिस. देन सेकेंड वन इज व्हाट? ऑटो ऑक्सीडेशन. इसमें क्या होता है केमिकल स्पॉइलेज में? जो भी फैट है हमारा बॉडी में, मींस फिश के बॉडी में, वो फैट क्या होता है? डिग्रेड होता है. तो फर्स्ट जो फैट है, फर्स्ट लिपिड हाइड्रोलाइसिस होना चाहिए. तो फैट अगर हाइड्रोलाइज होगा तो क्या फॉर्म करेगा? व्हाट इट विल फॉर्म? इफ फैट इज हाइड्रोलाइज्ड और लिपिड इज हाइड्रोलाइज्ड, then what it will form? लगता है हमें लिपिड पढ़ाना पड़ेगा. बायोकेमिस्ट्री पढ़े थे? नहीं. हेलो
सर ग्लिसरॉल प्लस फैटी एसिड.
तो इतना देर क्यों लगता है बोलने में यार? क्वेश्चन पूछे एकदम झट से जवाब देना चाहिए. Glycerol and fatty acid. So that is the lipid hydrolysis because of the action of lipase, phospholipase. It depends upon which kind of fatty acid is attached with the glycerol molecules. So basically this lipase enzymes will act on the lipid and it will form glycerol and fatty acid. So this fatty acid, if it is formed, that is the free fatty acid or fatty acid. So if this fatty acid is coming in contact with the metal ions, coming in contact with the light, coming in contact with the oxygen, coming in contact with the high temperature, then there is a chances that the lipid, so this fatty acid will be oxidized. There will be auto oxidation process. That means एक बार ऑक्सीडेशन प्रोसेस इनिशिएट हो गया तो वो बैक नहीं आ सकता, वो अपने आप वो चलता रहेगा, बिकॉज इट इज ए फ्री रेडिकल फॉर्मेशन चेन रिएक्शन. फ्री रेडिकल फॉर्मेशन चेन रिएक्शन. So first step in auto oxidation is the initiation. That means this step, oxidation step, is initiated. Why? Because of the action of singlet oxygen, light, metal ions, or high temperature. So there will be formation of free radicals. Then next step in case of auto oxidation is the propagation. Here, whatever the free radicals is formed in case of initiation reaction, these free radicals will again combine with the oxygen and it may form hydroxide or peroxide, hydroperoxide and peroxide. Then this propagation step is unstable because this hydroperoxide and peroxide, if it is forming, they are unstable in nature. So they will propagate the reaction and it may form finally the aldehyde and ketones. So primary oxidation product of fat oxidation is the peroxide or hydroperoxide. Secondary oxidation product of fat auto-oxidation is aldehyde or ketone or malonaldehyde, we can say. So for testing in which state the fat is oxidized, we are doing a TBA test. Thiobarbitric acid test is there, peroxide value test is there. So if we are doing a peroxide value, the value should become below 10. That means fat is not oxidized. Means it is suitable for consumption of fish. If it is more than, peroxide value is more than 10, that means that fish is not fit for consumption. Then if we are forming, means taking a test of TBA, so we are testing the malonaldehyde, that is the aldehyde. So if we are testing malonaldehyde, so the value should be 2, less than 2. That means if it is less than 2, that means product is acceptable. If it is more than 2, then product is unacceptable. So this is all about the spoilage. Don't forget, it's very important. Now, if you are having a confusion, you may ask. So today topic was spoilage of fish. You may refer the book K.K. Balachandran, Post-Harvest Technology of Fish and Fishery Product. K.K. Balachandran, this K.K. Balachandran. This book you can refer. कुछ कंफ्यूजन है तो पूछ सकते हो, 1 मिनट बचा हुआ है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. अगर ये सेशन खत्म भी हो जाता है तो हम फिर से हम रीशेड्यूल करेंगे.
सर TBA टेस्ट once again you explain.
थायोबार्बिट्रिक एसिड रिएक्शन टेस्ट है वो. ये टेस्ट जनरली हमारा सेकेंडरी ऑक्सीडेशन प्रोडक्ट को मेजर करने के लिए किया जाता है.